AITA for telling someone that they neglected their lizard. I, 23M, work at an exotic pet shop. As part of our services, we offer boarding for people who go on vacations, since it can be hard to find someone to care for a pet lizard. Recently, we had a customer drop off their bearded dragon for boarding. They bought her about a year and a half ago. When she initially left the shop, she was a healthy subadult. The family had done a ton of research, so we felt comfortable letting her go home with them. A few months ago, they dropped her off for boarding, and when she came in, she was severely underweight. I brought this up with them, but they insisted she looked the same, was eating, and everything was normal. Fast forward to a few days ago, and they dropped her off again for boarding. This time, I wasn't working, but when my boss saw her condition, he spoke to them about how poorly they were taking care of her. He gave her some medicine, placed her in a hospital enclosure, and asked me to check on her when I came into work. When I got to work, the entire shop reeked of death. She had passed away overnight. She looked incredibly skinny, practically skin and bones. Her eyes were crusted over with dried material, and when you flipped her onto her back, you could literally see the outlines of her organs through her body. She was stiff and completely unresponsive. I called the number they left in our boarding log. I tried calling several times, but each call went straight to voicemail. Frustrated, I called one last time and left a voicemail. I said their lizard had passed away and that I wanted to discuss their husbandry with them. I mentioned that she looked incredibly emaciated and appeared to have gone without proper care for months, and I asked them to call me back ASAP. About an hour later, I got a call from my boss. He said the owners had contacted him about the voicemail I left. They told him I was rude, disrespectful, and that my voicemail was completely uncalled for. My boss asked me what I had said, and I repeated my message word for word. He simply replied, "This morning, the mom and her son, 19M, came in to retrieve the dragon. When they arrived, the mom said I didn't have the right to speak to her that way. She claimed I didn't know their circumstances and that accusing them of neglect was wrong. I told her that when you decide to get a pet and claim it's part of the family or so cared for, the animal shouldn't look like that. I directed my comments to her son as well, acknowledging that life can get busy. But if you can't properly take care of the animal, you should figure out a better routine or put it up for adoption." He swore he had been caring for her and that she was fine just a week ago. I told them this level of deterioration doesn't happen in a week. You should have taken her to a vet or put her up for adoption. Her condition was just completely unacceptable. Upset, they took the dragon and left. So am I the asshole? Discuss in the comments section below, and I'll pin the most upvoted comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to hear more stories animated and read by AI.